Hey everybody, Kat here. First off, yay, I hope you're coming to PopCon with me if you're watching this. I am very excited for PopCon. It's very exciting to have an all-over geeky convention coming to Indiana to me. Because they've shown on the website that it covers everything geek, which makes my heart kind of go, yay! I'm going to talk about a few things in this video. It's kind of a con survival video. I'm going to give you a reminder to have fun. I'm going to talk a little bit about cosplay. I'm going to mention the housing deal. I will have an annotation here right now, and then the link down in the description about the housing deal that Carl from PopCon's gotten us. Thank you, Carl. And then I'm also going to touch on the weather in Indiana because we get very different weather here. Pardon. With the reminder to have fun. Don't stress yourself out over a convention. It's not fun to do. I stressed myself out over Gen Con last year and ended up sick. And being sick during a convention is no fun because you sleep through most of it and you miss a lot. Conventions are a great time to try new things, make new friends. Facebook is a wonderful invention because you can keep in touch with those convention friends, especially if they don't live near you. For cosplay, know your limits. That's part of why I got stressed last year and part of why I got sick and missed half a con. With knowing your limits, you got to know your abilities, your time constraint, your budget, and then the weather. You don't want to be wearing a full, like a parka for a costume in the summer. No, not in Indiana. Abilities, time, and budget all go hand in hand because if you make your own costume, you have to get your supplies, you have to make your costume. And if you're commissioning, you have to commission it, and commissioners are generally doing more than one project at a time. And then shipping takes time too, because PopCon is only 3 months away at the time of making this video. For the weather, if you're cosplaying, drink plenty of fluids. Cosplayers are generally wearing many more layers, including like a wig, and that just adds so much more heat onto you. Fluids for hydration would be water, tea, Powerade, Gatorade, things like that. Soda doesn't really count. We all know it. The housing deal. Here's the annotation again, and remember with the links down in the description too. Carl from PopCon, thank you, Carl, has gotten us a wonderful deal at the Westin, which is it's straight across the street from the ICC. You come through the hamster tubes, you go down an escalator, and it's just right there. You can get to 2 different exhibitor halls very quick from it. There's bathrooms very nearby. There's food court stuff nearby. There's so much just right near there coming down from the Westin's escalator. They are also very well versed in dealing with convention goers of the geeky persuasion because they deal with Gen Con every year. All the hotels are pretty good about handling cosplayers and our needs. Probably, I've never had bad issues with any of the hotels and cosplaying at them, or using them to stay at and then cosplaying. You might get a few weird looks from business people who have no idea what's going on, but that's kind of standard issue. Along with the Westin, there's at least 5 Marriotts, the JW, a Marriott, and 3 others. They're all connected via hamster tubes. It's wonderful. You don't have to go outside. There's a Hyatt and an Embassy Suites. The only drawback about Embassy Suites, they are connected via Skywalk that's owned and ran by the mall, so they close out at either 9 or 10 at night. So if you're staying out later, you'll have to go out of the Skywalks and go outside. There's also an Omni Severin, and I believe 1 or 2 other hotels that are connected, like the Crown Plaza, and I think the Canterbury Suites is, but they should be closed for renovations currently. But all the hotels are great down there. I've never really heard bad reviews about any of them. There have been like very isolated incidences like noise complaints, but that's mostly been from parties that have been a little more enthusiastic than people wanting to sleep would have liked. Um, the weather. Indiana weather, like Midwest weather, is very interesting. Um, we we've been known to get snow and thunderstorms in the same week, even within days of each other. Uh, this winter, throughout the country, has been very intense. Indiana, especially, has been very cold and bitter and very snowy, which is a little different. I'm not used to this cold and bitter and snowy. Usually, you get the cold and bitter or snowy. So, with this kind of weather, I'm expecting it to be a very hot and potentially very stormy summer. Uh, Keeping that in mind, you'll want to, if you have the Weather Channel app and it doesn't update when you arrive in Indianapolis via GPS, the zip code you'll want to use is 46225. And then also Fox 59 is a local weather station meteorologist news network. Their meteorologists are wonderful. They are fantastic. They're very good about predicting the weather, almost dead on a lot of times. And they're just really great about it. Keeping the weather in mind, with the potential of severe weather, there's quite a few good places for storm shelter. Pardon. Just use the common sense about avoiding doors and windows that we all learned in elementary school during storm drills. That is it for this video. In the next one, I will talk about some of the food locations in Indianapolis. I'll go over packing lists, because I've had packing lists that are 3 pages long for conventions. It's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared, but you'll want to keep in mind about traveling light is a pretty good thing to go with, too. But that is it for this video. Can't wait to see y'all at PopCon. Bye!